Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Phantom 2, which is the second iteration of the Phantom from Star Wars Rebels. And I have to say, I am liking what I am seeing. Now, for anyone that saw saw Star Wars Rebels, basically the first Phantom met with an unglorious fate, and a new Phantom was found and basically decoed by Sabine Wren. Speaking of which, here we have the Phantom the Phantom 2 next to the Ghost. And here we have the big open window, a lot of great molded details just based off of what I am seeing here. And of course, here we have Kanan as well as Chopper in this iteration. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the back. And we got a lot of good renders here. And of course, unlike the first Phantom, this is a totally different ship and a totally different design. So here we have some landing struts that pull out from the side, a cockpit to where Kanan will be in, as well as the side entrances for Chopper. So yeah, and of course he's got some, that's just showing how the landing struts will go. So yeah, not too bad. I really like this. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a shuttlecraft that that was found on an abandoned, I want to say, separatist base that Kanan, Ezra, Zeb, I think Captain Rex, wound up, going to go ahead and get supplies, and they're wound up battling separatist droids. And at the end, Ezra was able to basically talk both sides into realizing, what was going on. And so the separatist droids make their escape, and, Ezra and Kanan and the gang wound up taking this shuttle and returning back to the Ghost with it, in which Kanan says that, to have Sabine be ready to do a paint job on it, and there it is. So, but other than that, there it is. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get it opened up. All right, there she is, the Phantom 2, outside of her box and ready to take flight. And I have to say, I'm really liking the paint applications, the molded details on this thing as you see it rotating around. This is a very, very nice looking ship. And then what comes with it, we're going to start off with the figures. So we get a reissue, and I'm going to try and focus, there we go, reissue of Chopper, as well as Kanan, except this time he's got his face mask. So this was an issue where basically you know, he was already blinded by by Maul. So, you know, really great detail on there. Like I said, Jazzwares has been improving on the painting of their microfigures. But yeah, there they are. So we'll put that off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and focus on the Phantom. And I have to say, like I said, very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and take them out so we can go ahead and take a closer look. And wow. Like I said, some really, really good molded detail. Look at that mechanical outlay there. Inside the fin, really good paint job. Hooray, Sabine Wren. Really good detail. The back area here as well. And this canopy does open up. I want to lower this down so you can see. So there he is. There we go, I think. Ugh. Unless it opens up from the back. Ah, there it is. Silly me. So, yeah, it looks like we're looking at the inside as well, and I'm wondering if it looks like there is a tab of some kind. Yep. Yeah, there is. This thing does open up. So there is a ramp right here. And I'm trying to see about getting this open. Oh, there it goes. Shit. This thing is tight as hell. So, this thing opens up, and you have to see the molded detail on this. This is, wow, that is awesome. And then we got, you know, the interior, and as you can tell, that is, wow, a lot of molded detail. And it looks like you can put a figure here, chopper right there. Yeah, wow. So I'm wondering why the other ghost didn't open up like this. That is so disappointing. This one was just like right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the rotating stand so you can take a look. And yeah, that is pretty awesome looking. I am not going to lie. The fact that that back ramp does open up, it's like, wow. And yeah, that whole ramp section is just a solid piece on the first ghost, but not on the second. We weren't able to go ahead and do that. And yes, I am opening that up because we are going to be doing a comparison. Yeah. Yeah, that first the first ghost doesn't have the opening ramp. I wish it did, really. But oh well. But let's go ahead and continue on. So in this particular case, you know, like I said, we got the opening and everything else here. We even got a space here for Chopper on this side. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything back the way it was. Oh, opposite end, sorry. There we go. Snap that back in there. And you see the thrusters on either side there. Now, we're going to go ahead and put Chopper and Kaon into their respective places. So I'm going to take them out of the little plastic prison that they're in. Come on, thank you. Alrighty. So, first we're going to go ahead and do Chopper. I'll put him in his little droid alcove there. And sorry, I didn't have him in frame, so we got the little pig there. And lap. Now, so we got him in there, which honestly, I really wish they made it possible for him to be in there a little bit deeper. But I kind of understand, because if you put him in there too deep, he's not going to come out. And then you're stuck with Chopper in there for the rest of eternity. Now we're going to go ahead and put Kaon in one of the pilot seats. And there they are, and wow. Look at that. Good gravy. That is awesome. Now we're going to just close this up and put these guys on there. And yeah, honestly, I'm really liking how that ramp just is there. That is so bleeping awesome. And yeah, it is touching the stand, so it's like, yeah, oh my god, this is such an awesome looking shuttle. So I'm going to take a few shots for the in cap, and I'll be right back with the Ghost. We'll see how this shuttle locks in. All right, so here we have the Ghost in preparation, and even though I have the figures in there, I went ahead and discovered these little latches that will go more than likely lock into this area here. So we're going to go ahead, just like before, we got pegs underneath that will go into the sections here. So now we're just going to go ahead and lock those in. And there we go. I think that is a fit. Yes. Oh, almost, not quite. So I'm just going to try and angle this out. So there we go. Kind of. That's better. Okay. So everything is now where it's supposed to be. Okay. All right. So not too bad looking. Now, as I stated before, I think it just sticks out a little bit more. But again, this is a totally different ship that had been modified to fit on the Ghost. So it's not like the original one that we have. There it goes, shutting down. That we have in the original, Phantom. So yeah, not too bad. But all in all, it is a good looking ship. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and bring out, the first Phantom, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And here we have Phantoms 1 and 2. And of course, naturally, because of the types of crafts each of them are, they're as different as night and day. But they each have their own characteristics that make it unique and whatnot. So I'm liking them. I'm glad I was able to get them. So I guess when I decide to go ahead and put them on a display stand of some kind, I am currently, actually starting to go ahead and put my figures on bookcases and shelves. I will more than likely put the Ghost up on the top of the shelf and probably put the Phantoms on either side. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, there they are. So give me a moment, take a couple of shots, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts as well as my score. All right, so here I have a sort of like flyby of the Phantom 2 over the Ghost. And like I said before, the ship is really awesome. As I stated, previously, one gripe I do have, or one of my gripes that I do have, is the fact that I think it's a little bit too big for the Ghost. But again, I had that issue with the first Phantom, so I can understand the play value. Again, is because it's more than just a ship; it's actually a playset. So, hence the micro figures and everything else. So you can still have your own adventures and whatnot. But other than that, if I have to give it a score on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm giving the Phantom 2 a 10. Again, this is such an upgrade to the first Phantom in a way, considering that the Phantom met an unglorious fate. Although I should say the first Phantom met an unglorious fate, and this is an awesome looking upgrade. So that is my score on that. Now, just like the first Phantom, I did get this one through Amazon. I will leave links in the description below. But I want to ask you, have you picked this Phantom for your Ghost? And if so, do you like it? Do you hate it? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.